Yo, what's up? This is Splendid Radar on Farside TV. We have a very special guest, someone that I've known for a couple of moons. Um, it was so hip hop how we met, and I can honestly say she is one of the movers and shakers that has never switched it up on me. Never. Not, not even once. Not even once. And I really appreciate you. Thank you, Shelly, for tapping in.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me. It's so nice to be speaking to a friend.
I know. So many moons. So to catch everybody up, what city are you from?
I'm from Huntington Park, California, East Side,
That's right.
right
That's right.
next to
Yeah.
Compton, for those who don't know.
Yeah, that's so funny. I figured that out probably about like 5 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't even understand it. I was having some clothing, some cut and sew stuff done.
Mm-hmm.
And the cutter and sewer was in Huntington Park.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, yeah, so I figured that out. It seemed I always thought Huntington Park was kind of far. I don't know why. Like far from LA, rather.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's right there. It's east. It's right there by Compton.
Right east, uh, northern eastern,
Mhm.
northern eastern.
Yep.
So we were talking today, and it was interesting. And by the way, June says hello.
Oh, great.
Yeah, she says hello. So I work with June. She has been a blessing in so many ways. And the funny thing, I met her. Okay, so first of all,
June O'Neill,
um,
right?
yep,
Yeah.
yep. So first of all, when I met you, I don't know. So my memory recalls Brown recognizing you and Brown recognizing Spinderella at baggage claim. And I
Uh-huh.
don't know if we were at a festival or a show in like the Bay Area or if it was further up north, like Washington or something like that. I can't remember, but I just remember Brown going and talking to Spinderella, and you were with her at the time. And then
Mm-hmm.
we all got into the same transportation to go wherever we were.
Okay.
Yeah, wherever we were going. But the funny
Uh-huh.
thing about it, I've always kind of been the kind of person where when I meet people, regardless of circumstance, I try to hold on. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And not to impede, uh like to impose on anything or whatever, but because you just never know what place or space you're in or who will be what. But you have definitely been one of the most valuable
Aw.
people that I have met within the entertainment industry in Los Angeles. Like I said, you've never switched it up. So after that, we kept in touch, and I want to say in some capacity you had something to do with this Dilla event that was it was downtown at this little clubbish, barish type of thing going on. And dang, you've always hooked us up. So you had us perform. You had
I had
hooked
you
it up
perform.
for us to
Yeah.
perform,
And then I had you
and
perform at NAM too.
you sure did. You
Remember?
sure did. Monster. Yep, yep. You have always, man, I appreciate all of it. Brown does also. And
Yeah, people
so
are good people. I always hook
oh,
up the ones I love the most.
man, I appreciate it. So we were at this Dilly event, and I went up to the to the front door where the guest list was,
Hmm.
and June actually happened, and she's just like a jack of all trades. She's
Yeah, from
uh
Long Beach, right?
yep,
From
yep.
Long.
She's my graphic designer, and
Hmm.
she DJs and she cooks, and that night she was cooking.
Oh
And
yeah, she's a good cook. I heard.
we ended up that was where we first met, and then there was a
Hmm.
whole bunch of space and place in the middle, and then probably about maybe about like 4 or 5 years ago I
Uh-huh.
reached out to her and I was like, man, I don't have an in-house graphic designer. I'm trying to figure it out. And
Uh-huh.
her, similar to you, she was like, well, I'll work it out with you. So that was
Aw.
yeah, so no, so that all worked out. And so since then you have just always been 100. And it's crazy because it's like um the entertainment industry. So what I can speak on is the entertainment industry in Los Angeles, and it
Mm-hmm.
changes people, man.
Yeah.
It
Well, it
it
changes in general itself. It changes itself, and then there's new people that come in, and then there's people recycle each other, and it's wild, you know? It's wild.
and I feel like since the 2000s,
Mm-hmm.
um people try to sell you phony baloney in the entertainment industry, especially, but it's all industries. They try to sell you less than what you're supposed to get, but they're trying to trick you into thinking that you're still getting the same thing as before. And it's just really weird to me. It's like it's
Over
really weird.
promising and under delivering. That's the
Oh
trick,
man.
right?
Oh man. Oh man.
You and
It's
me are the same that way. We always under promise and over deliver. That's how you and I think they're our mode of operandum. See?
yeah.
So that's how I reckon, game recognize game. Like that's how you have to be in this industry, and that's how you build your character, and that's just honest, actually.
Yeah, no, and so we have a live chat that goes on. Um just being honest, they said what's up, Shelly? And then
Hey.
my homeboy, which at some point he has a dope podcast. His production is way doper than mine. Mine is what it is, and mine is more or less for conversational purposes and whatnot. But
Sure.
so his name's Amaru, and he's
Hmm.
a producer as well as a dope comic, but
Uh-huh.
he's doing this dope podcast that's called I might butcher it, but he just gonna have to live with it. I believe it's called The Third Act, and it's
Okay.
about people that reinvent themselves.
Oh.
And so it's kind of like, you start as one thing and then you pivot to something else. And it's kind of like
Hmm.
how you pivot. Dope concept, looks really dope and everything. But he's in the chat, so I always got to just shout him out and give him some love.
I'm the antithesis of that because I have owned a booking agency, then I owned a PR agency, then I owned a marketing agency, and now it's all a consulting agency. And I've been producing concerts for 26 years now. I can't even believe it. So worldwide.
Yeah, no, no, no. I'm gonna connect the dot. Yeah, he's got it cracking. He's definitely got it cracking. So, you know, it's interesting because, like I said, when I meet people, I hang on. I hang on until they shake me, but I never ask for too much. But
Hmm.
man, you have always been on time. The monster hookup, I totally forgot about that Nam and the monster situation until you brought that up. Like, man, I appreciated that one and I took it as far as humanly possible.
I know you did.
As, as far as humanly possible. Yeah, I'll let that do its thing. So we're gonna get to know you a little bit and then we're gonna get into kind of what you have going on right now.
Okay.
Um, what was the first hip hop song that ever spoke to you?
The first hip hop song that ever spoke to me was probably sorry. It's so many because I wrote them all down, all the ones. I would say probably show business now that we're talking from Tribe.
Man, man, oh man. You want to hear something crazy? When I think of the entertainment industry and my mind kind of like goes back, and not to date myself and dinosaur myself and all this, that, and the third, but
Yeah.
I think back to like around 9/11,
Hmm.
and I think it was so dope how um Herb magazine partnering with Scion as well as like Red Bull,
Hmm.
like they really revived marketing in a whole different way. Like they reset
Yeah.
the landscape because I can remember after 9/11 the shows had dried up, that like there was no shows.
Mm.
nobody had money. There wasn't even I had a buddy who was a DJ for one of the major radio stations in Los Angeles, and like people wouldn't even advertise, and like advertisement what kept radio alive. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I gotta give a shout out to, oh man, I cannot remember his name, but the owner of Herb Magazine, man, I'll
Oh,
say,
Raymond Roker.
yep, Raymond Roker. He single-handedly
Hmm.
kept the market and marketing going.
Yep.
And I want to say, did you used to work with them too?
I did like per like different events, I would bring sponsors
Okay.
and stuff to them.
Okay, events.
And Eddie Donaldson worked over there and we've been friends forever. And also
So
Maya Morgan Wells used to work over there. We were friends.
Morgan, yep, yep. I
Remember
remember because I was trying to think of who had the Scion plug, like because someone had brought me in on the printing for that. So I know I've been in the mix a little
yeah,
bit. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Above and beyond Far Side stuff. But yeah, no, those were dope times, and to see the market rebuild itself. And I always just kind of had um a warm place in my heart for people like you, because man, you had to deal with it on the front lines, man. The beautiful part of it is you got to be involved with people that had the budgets to make visions come to fruition. And kind of the crazy part of it is that there were just so few opportunities in between, and people just kind of were like vampiring, that like everybody was just kind of like going crazy to just kind of try to get those opportunities. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just had to reminisce for a minute, man. When I see you, because I haven't seen you since you've
Moved to
moved.
Miami.
Yeah, since you've moved, I haven't seen you in a while, so it's just so many memories just kind of go through my mind. Your
Thank you
favorite?
for rekindling because I forget a lot. So I love when people tell me memories of me because I'm like, oh yeah, I totally forgot about that.
Nah, we did some things, man. We did some things. People, hey, they won't. There will be a documentary, and I might not be in it, and you might not be in it, but we were there.
We were there for sure.
Yeah, no, that's for real. Your favorite hip hop movie?
My favorite hip hop movie, probably would Boys in the Hood count
Yeah,
as a hip hop movie? Yeah, Boys
yeah,
in the Hood.
yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. So, I've got this thing, and not to date myself, but I always do, and I don't mind. I'm very comfortable in my age, in my wisdom. That's what
Mhm.
I'll say. Um, so I feel like people have forgotten how to listen to albums. It's almost kind of like cursive. Like people don't write it. The
Yeah,
younger people don't know how to read it and whatnot. So
right.
every weekend, I try to force myself to listen to an album in its entirety.
Like a whole
And
album.
so, yep. And so, because the way that we're fed music now, there is really no context to it. It's just
Right.
songs,
Right.
and that's just kind of what it is. So last weekend, I went to the listening party,
Hmm.
and um I went to the listening party about maybe 5 or 6 months ago. And
Hmm.
last weekend I said, you know what, I'm gonna listen to the album because the listening party really blew me back. But um De La Soul's album Cabin in the Sky came out on Mass Appeal. It was kind of an ode to Dave, rest in peace. He was my homeboy, man. He was truly my homeboy. Passed away very untimely. And when I went to the listening party, it was interesting because it was at the Levi House, which is across the street from where the House of Blues used to be.
Oh,
And
okay.
so that was just a nostalgic moment, just being over, because
Right.
all that's a
Right.
wrap. Like this
Yeah.
hotels and you
Yeah.
know, touristy stuff. It's none of what used to be. So it was interesting because the listening party was probably about like 200 people, tastemakers. whatnot, kind of who's who.
Hmm.
People's heads nodded from the first drop of the album to the last drop of the album.
Nice.
And all you saw were people's heads going like this. And I was like, dang, I haven't experienced that in a
Yeah,
very long time. And
right.
it was very cohesive. It had skits. It had Giancarlo Esposito who kind of narrated it and he kind of
Hmm.
tied it together. But since then, um, I really haven't listened to too many albums. I listened to Queen Latifah's album, Wrath of My Madness, just to see if what I felt I was experiencing in high school was just the nostalgia of
Mm,
hip hop or if
yeah.
it was dope. And
Uh-huh.
what I kind of came to the conclusion of is that when a person does multiple things, similar to Amaru, when a person does multiple things at a very high level, it's very easy to let those things get lost in the sauce. So in Queen Latifah's instance, you almost forget how dope of a rapper she is because of how dope of an actress she is.
Right. Yeah,
And
totally.
so
Yeah.
that happens. So what's the last album that you listened to in its entirety?
I'd like to say the Kanye new Kanye album, Bully, but I did skip a few songs, so I can't say it entirely, but I can say Stephen Marley's Old Soul album. I That's on repeat and I listened to the whole album because it's so beautiful. It's very folky. It's not like his normal stuff, but it's pretty melodic and beautiful and he's got a lot of guests on it. So it's called Old Soul. If anybody hasn't heard it yet, it's a really good album. Very good for
No.
your to listen with your children as well. Very family
Nice.
friendly.
Nice, 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 nice. No, that's dope. But you know what? I give you so much credit for even making the attempt at Kanye's album.
Thank you.
Just
Yeah.
and not because of his antics or
Right.
anything, but it's just kind of contemporary music, period, to
Yeah.
kind of focus yourself to
Uh-huh.
get from point A to point Z is
Yeah.
kind of I'm old. It's a challenge. It's just
Yeah.
it truly is a challenge. And it's funny. To date myself also, there's a term for one of the genres of music that I really like, and guess
Hmm.
what it's called?
Old fogey hop.
No,
What's
yacht
it called?
rock.
Yacht rock.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That's all that cool 70s music and all that
Yacht
kind of stuff.
rock. I love it. I
Yeah.
love 70s music too.
Yeah, the Doobie Brothers and all that
Oh
kind of
yeah.
stuff.
I used to see the Doobie Brothers when I was in high school, and my lullabies, my bedtime songs were Houses of the Holy. So because
Oh, okay.
my mom was super young when she had me. So Led
Okay.
Zeppelin was my lullabies.
You had the cool mom.
I did. I had the cool 16-year-old mom.
Hey, and she blessed the world. How about that?
She
Yeah.
did.
Um, so your junior high school.
Yes.
While you're going to junior high school, what was your playlist like?
My playlist was very Depeche Mode, The Cure, Susie and the Banshees, sprinkled with Pato Bonton, The Melody Makers, and Tippa Irie.
All right. All right. That is very cultured.
And Soul to Soul for the dancing, Soul to
Yep.
Soul, and
Okay.
whatchamacallit, Funky Cold Medina, that cat.
Oh yeah, Tone Loc.
Stone Loc. That
Yep.
was I was very like, like modern, like edgy with that with the Susie and the Banshee stuff, but then I really love the soul and the hip hop and reggae has always been close to my heart because I am a God-fearing woman and I always felt like reggae was the only music that could actually like change your frequency in like a really higher format like to to engage with God even more, and like I always felt like reggae was able to get the message across to like worship and love God and it be not cheesy or corny. You know what I mean?
A contemporary gospel music.
Yeah, I've always thought of reggae like that and it's always just it literally raises your frequency, so I've always been a reggae head too.
So your senior year of high school, you're about to graduate. What did you think your path was going to be?
Oh, well, I wasn't quite sure, but when I got into, I just, that's why I decided to go to junior college. I went to Mater Dei. You probably know Mater Dei. It's a
Uh-huh.
college prep school, super good in sports. Um, so I went there on scholarship, and then everybody in my class was like doctors, lawyers, and me and one other guy are the only one that went into entertainment. Side note, I was throwing underground raves while I was in high school. So I was literally coming home at 6 a.m., actually not coming home, just going straight to school, 6
Yeah.
a.m. in 11th grade after I had produced a party all night long and put directions and eggs for people and things like that.
The benefits of having a young mother who let her daughter be cool. You know what I'm saying? How about that?
I was driving around and producing parties. I was actually
Dope.
making more money then than I do now, which is so funny.
Hey. So here we are today. So now we're gonna get into I had to, that's just kind of like the format of the podcast. I like to kind of build up who the person is before I get into what they are and what they do and all the cool stuff. And there is some cool stuff. I've just kind of been sitting on it real impatiently, but we're about to switch to second gear. The OEA agency.
hmm
Tell me about that.
OE Agency was born in 2016, 2 years after my son was born, because I realized that I need to have a banner to work under to have all my collaborative talents come together in one agency. That's like the artist bookings, the endorsements, the events, the corporate sponsorship. I've always been in those arenas. I really enjoy corporate sponsorship and also uniting artists and brands together to create deals. I've done that with everybody from EPMD to Pete Rock to Stephen with the brand we have that we're going to talk about to I've done it with a lot of our artists. Also, I used to be the artist relations person for Mackie, as you know, for like 12 years. So I worked with Muggs, Rashida, so many people with those campaigns as well. You guys. So it's an agency that I can work under, that I can kind of spread my wings and do everything that I do. And then I hire best of show contractors like yourself to support the clients that I bring in. So whatever the client needs, I do a needs analysis. And then I have contractors like yourself that have been in the game for 20, 25 years that like I just work well with. They do a great job. I don't have to question them. I don't have to worry about them. They just do their job and it's done. And that's the agency. It's like the if you come to us when you want the experts of on all levels for your campaigns.
Dope. Wow. You tooted my horn for me a little bit. That was kind of dope. That was kind of dope. So moving on, KX Family Care.
I've got the products right here. This is my little baby.
All right, break it down.
This is a muscle rub. It's marketed as a muscle rub. It's really a miracle rub, but we don't sell snake oil, so we're not going to call it a miracle rub. I had the honor to partner with Stephen Marley on this brand. This came through actually Kaya Fest, which I'm an executive producer for. And him and I decided to do, he wanted to do a brand, he wanted to do products. And so we bounced around a ton of concepts. We did a bunch of R&D. And then we figured out that nobody has the products that we want to give out to the public. Nobody has the efficacy. Nobody has the um, actually the staying power. Nobody has the effectiveness that we have found. So we created our own. We were going to white label, but we created our own. And it took us 4 years. So this is like a college degree right here. It took us 4 years to come up with the formula, but one of Stephen's sayings is like only fools rush in. So we took our time. We got I will, if I do say so myself, an impeccable formula. We also have a hair and face oil that grows back hair, takes care of acne, takes care of blemishes, takes care of scars, takes care of all scarring, helps your hair grow, massages your scalp, makes your scalp moist. It actually took care of somebody's alopecia who I think is watching right now. Her name is Trax. Took care of her alopecia as well as her plantar fasciitis. And that was, so we have a combo. I don't have the oil with me. Sorry, we ran out, but the oil is dope too. It has frankincense in it. It has jojoba in it. It has black seed oil in it. All the products are modeled after Jamaican remedies. So this right here has soursop in it. Fun fact, soursop is actually a mood elevator. So when people say they put the rub on, they're like, I don't know what it is. I get so happy when I put your rub on. I was like, oh, that's the soursop. Also anti-cancer. So 100% natural. You could literally eat this. If your kids get in it and eat it, it won't taste good, but it's totally fine. So that's one of the things we're super proud of. Also, all our packaging is ecologically sound. So our products are really high level when it comes to from formula to packaging. It's just super high level.
Nice. Well, I will say, I might have to be your new model, man. Maybe you could bring this convertible back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I have somebody right now that put it, her husband was, having hair, issues and the sprouts are coming back. She's like, "Oh my God, he has sprouts now." So it works. It really works. It takes about 30 days, but you'll see the difference in 30 days.
Yeah, we'll both be millionaires. We can make that happen. We can make we can make that
Try it.
happen. That's
Try
right.
it.
Nice, nice. And so, how did you become a part of producing Kaya Fest?
Clifford Peart, who is Steven's day-to-day manager, and I are good friends through just doing other business in the Marley family sphere. I've been working with them since 2002. I started working with Kimani Marley in 2002. And then from there, I worked with Ziggy. I did all his shows in 2008 in the Hawaiian Islands. From there, I started doing styling when I was remember when I was the brand manager for Dickies Girl? So
Yep.
from there, I used to style Damien's singers, and one of them became my best friends. And then from there, that was 2008. I just always placed like I worked for Jordan Brand too, as you know, and I always placed Jordans with them, and I just always stayed close to like anything they needed in LA. I was like their LA person. So then Clifford needed some help with the lineup, booking people on the lineup. So I worked really hard on 2017 to get him some bids, and we just started working really well together. And he's like, "I really want you, I appreciate the help, but I really want you on the team." And so fast forward in 2018, I got a position on the team and was asked to do all the VIP area for the GA. And uh,
So,
and I started bringing, as you know me, I started bringing in sponsorship, and that made me an executive producer. And this is the third year that I've done it with them, and it's only the fourth year they've been up. So super excited. Stephen is amazing to work for. Not only is he a partner in kxfamilycare.com, but he's also the lead, and it's his property. It's his Kaya Fest property is his, and he has a brand called Kaya Lifestyle, and Kaya Fest is a branch, and KX Family Care is a branch. So he has more branches coming of different business models and different things for the public. So we're excited.
man, you know what is so funny? You're so great of a friend. I forgot all the things you have in your hand. Like that's not even part of the like when I think of you, I don't think of that part. Like I I think of the pleasure to deal with. I think of the homegirl Shelly, but oh, that is quite a few things. I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. This is my baby. Like this is hopefully the retirement plan. We're building to sell. And
Okay.
we've been in it 5 years. We've been in the trenches 5 years. And one of the things that discussed with Stephen when we started is I said, listen, your legacy is so important and so amazing. Like we can't come out with anything that's not impeccable. Like these products have to speak for themselves, period. And he agreed with me. And 4 years later, we came up with that's our IP, our impeccable formulas. Even Steven's wife, Kirsha, uses it incessantly. It really has helped her. She has one of her discs that is loose, and it's really helped her. It helps people. People literally call me pretty much almost every day. I get a text saying, "Oh my God, my grandmother's going through chemo, and your rub has helped so much," or "Oh my God, my baby's chest was all closed up, and I put it on her back, and it opened her chest up," and like. The stuff is phenomenal. It really is. It has, I can't wait. I need to send you some, and I'm so sorry I haven't, but
Yeah,
I will.
you got me over here sitting on the edge of my seat like, man, okay. Nah, that's dope. Spinning the record back a minute.
Mhm.
Um, in your event production, PR, brand management, mover and shakerisms and all that, what would you say has been your most iconic moment?
My most iconic moment. Um, I would say KX Family Care, to be honest. The launch of the brand with Steven for me, because it took us so long to get to the point to have a physical product and to have it
Hmm.
online. and then to see the public and how much people literally need it. People say, you know, your stuff is life changing. I have one customer that has a jar in every single room in her house because she doesn't want to be far from it. She depends on it so much for pain management.
Mhm.
That's my why. For me, like to be able to give people relief from pain, because I grew up with my aunt who was, you know, rheumatoid arthritic. So I've always grown up around people with a lot of pain, and I've always massaged them and got them natural remedies and have been like the healer of the house. So now it's like I really am a healer at the end of the day. I love music, I love entertainment, I love hospitality, but at the end of the day, I'm a healer, and I just want to make people feel better. And I think that's why I am so good in hospitality and all the artist hospitality I've done forever. Like I know how to treat people well, you know, just intrinsically. So part of that is the healer in me. And so this has been my biggest moment. And I thank Stephen Marley, like from the bottom of my heart, for believing in me, because it's, you know, that in itself was pretty amazing as well.
Well, I have selfishly benefited as you have tagged me along as much as you could, as much as you could tag me along.
Yep.
You've tagged me along, and it's and you know it says so much about you because when I think about you, I don't think about what you do and all the things you have your hands in. I think about, oh, that's Shelly. She's cool as hell. Like if she calls, I'm gonna answer.
Aw, that's
And
so nice.
trust me, there are so many. My phone will ring and I just kind of look down at it, just kind of looking, yeah, you know.
Thank you for answering my calls. I appreciate that. I actually have a good pickup rate.
Yeah, no. Hey, you're batting 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. And not even because of the business. You're good people. You're good people, and I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Um, how have mentors impacted your path?
I would say one of my biggest mentors was actually DJ Muggs of Cypress Hill.
Dope.
He's super dope. I did PR for him, for his Angelus Records, and for him and Chase and them. And what's funny is I produced the Cypress Hill Smokeout in 2000, but the way the team was positioned, you know, he was an untouchable. Nobody could interact with him because of how, you know, Homeboy positioned everything. You know who I'm talking
Yeah.
about.
Yep. I know exactly.
Positioned everything. So I never really got to meet him. And it's funny because 2 years later, I was working for somebody that had him as a client, and we met. And funny, this is actually insider. I have lots of insider stories. This is a funny one. The client that I was working for was actually throwing me under the bus and telling Muggs like what a bad job I was doing and how I wasn't doing this and this. So Muggs was like, I want to talk to her. So he like came to the office to talk to me. I sat down and he was like, so I'm hearing this and that. I was like, oh really? Well, this is the truth. This is what's really going on. And I was really, you know, not a flinch. I was like, oh, really? And then, you know, I'm really direct and upfront regardless. I'm nice, but I'm direct and upfront. So I was like, oh, no, no, this is what's really happening. And Muggs is so smart. He could tell I was telling the truth,
Oh yeah.
you know? So he was like, oh, okay, well, guess what? Now you're going to be coming with me and working with me because you don't need to be working here anymore.
Dope.
And then I started working with him and he started like mentoring me. And one of the things that he said to me that I'll never forget, and I tell people all the time is speculation's a waste of time, Shell. So like that whole speculation thing, I threw out the window many years ago, and I just get the facts and I get it done. And Muggs helped me figure that one out.
Dope. Dope. Dope.
This
And
day is
so
still a good friend.
that's wow, that's dope. So tell me this. When you were working with Spinderella, what was the capacity of that?
Also a mentor. She's these icons, I swear to God, these icons that just you feel like they should be so high on their horses because of how iconic they are. They're so humble. Like the most iconic people I've worked with have been also some of the most humble people, which I find amazing, which inspires me as well, you know? So when she moved to LA, um, somebody referred us together and they said, because I had a booking agency at that point. I was
Okay.
booking everybody from all the Marleys to not all the Marleys, but and Mos Def and De La and Fife and Jerobi. I was booking all those guys. And they were like, you should meet Shelly. She booked some of the hip hop people, you know, on the West Coast and stuff. And so we just had lunch And I remember we had it on Lulu's on right in West Hollywood, and we just got along really well. And I started booking her, and I booked her on like a Barbie event. I booked her on a lot of commercial stuff. I had really good luck booking her. And then when she was on the red carpet at, I think it's the not the BET Hip Hop Awards, but the some other hip hop awards, and she took me with her, and she was like, I want you to do PR for me too. I like you that you do bookings, but I need PR. So I started doing a hybrid of bookings and PR. I got to know her daughter, Christy, who's lovely, and she's a DJ now too, looks spitting image as Spin. I got to know the family, and I started going over to their house and chilling. And then, like, we just kind of became family, because my family was always in Orange County. So I didn't really have family. So she just kind of, it's like those clients that become family. She's one of those.
You just brought back something to my memory. You also helped me out, and we had, I believe, one of the Marley granddaughters DJ at Brown's store 2 for 2.
Shasa.
Yep, yep.
Yeah,
That
Shasa. That's my girl.
that was dope.
She's a
That
KX
was
ambassador. She's sweet. She's so sweet, and she's an amazing DJ. One of the only DJs. If I was a DJ, I would totally operate like her. Like when she's DJing, she goes out and she dances, and she's dancing in the crowd, and then she comes back. She's like, "Oh yeah, I got a DJ." She dances. She's adorable. She's super humble, gorgeous. She has 2 children, so she fits. She's such a great ambassador for KX Family Care. She's Steve's eldest daughter, Steven's eldest daughter. So
oh,
she,
okay.
I endorsed her for. I actually gave her her first endorsement with Mackie as well, and that was a fun time.
Man, and shout out to Larson, man. I need to give him a call. I need to give him a call. Larson's
Larson's not there anymore.
he is not, but he's a
No,
good
neither is
dude.
Shauna. Shauna and Larson's aren't there. It's a whole new crew.
Yeah, they should. You still good with Maggie though?
Not as much. Not as much. The guy that took over was kind of cold, to be honest. He's a little cold as ice. So, I don't beg nobody's behind. So,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. Well, Larson, he helped me out. He still he yeah, he helped. Well, he did not necessarily with Mackie, but just on a technical end and kind of
oh
helping
yeah,
me
yeah. He's
connect
dope.
some dots and stuff like that. Because while he was there, he did create a lot of relationships with other brands and stuff like
Mhm.
that.
Oh yeah, yeah. He's dope. I love Larson. He was a cool guy. Shauna's
Yeah.
great too. We still follow each other on Facebook. She's awesome.
Dope, dope. So you moved out to
Miami. LA girl in a Miami world.
I always raise my cup to people that can maneuver in other spaces and places. Like it, and usually when people go somewhere else,
Hmm.
they end up catching that midnight train back,
Really?
back, yeah, back where they came from. And I definitely commend you because out of the conversations we've had, I have not sensed one missing of Los Angeles, not one moment, not one time, not anything. And you have made your way and maneuvered. And I'm sure LA is still a cool place to visit, but you're happy in your own boots, in your own shoes.
I am. I'm still a little bit of a hermit here. I don't go out as much as I'd like to go out, but I'm a single mom, so my son is obviously the most important. But I came to Miami really to be closer to Steven to do this brand. However, he travels 9 months out of the year. So I'm like, I guess when you come home for that 1 month, we'll just chill and talk about the brand. No, I'm just so it's kind of funny because I moved here and he's always gone, but it's still good to be here. And I love being on the time frame because I feel like I'm ahead of the game from the West Coast. And I have not missed LA, not one iota.
I believe
Yeah.
you.
Medical freedom alone, like the medical freedom alone. I'm not fond of vaccinations and things like that. So that's one of the reasons why I left outright. I left on September 2022, right after COVID.
Okay.
So I could get away from all the tyranny and all the residue from the tyranny that happened. I was just done. I felt like it was going to hell in a hand bucket.
And so, how have you acclimated yourself to the weather change?
That was my biggest fear, to be honest. That was my biggest fear, but I've acclimated and I actually really I've always liked tropical weather anyway. I've gone to Jamaica a ton and the Caribbean a ton, and I've always liked it. And I like it. I think it's fine. I mean, it's actually really lovely from November to March, where it's like it's not that humid at all. It's the humid part is really like April, May, June, July, August. That's kind of like the humidity. And it rains a lot during that time. So it's not as hot as it could be, you know?
Hurricane.
Not afraid of hurricanes. There's a few that came through, absolutely no issue. I was in a high rise, so it was a little easier, but now I'm in a house, so we'll see. But so far, so good. Not worried about it.
Hurricanes, earthquakes. Hurricanes, earthquakes. Pick your natural disaster.
I think I'm more scared of of earthquakes than hurricanes, and I haven't been through many, so hurricanes
Okay.
don't bother me as much because you can see those coming. You can't see the you can't see the earthquakes coming.
You sure can. What's the best advice you've ever been given?
The best advice I've ever been given. When I was really young, I was mentored by the head of the California Mart. Her name was Karen. And one time I came into her office and she goes, I just want you to know it's not you, it's them. It's never you, it's them, just so you know. And I was like, okay. And I've always held that close to my heart. And whenever I come up with a situation, I'm like, it's not me, it's them.
All right. I
I'm good.
needed that.
I need it,
I
right?
needed
Them. It's
dope.
so simple, but it's like so on point, and I've carried it with me, you know?
Dope. So where can people find you online?
People can find me at Shelly, Shelly Roots, Rootz Media. I'm sorry, Shelly Roots of Love. Sorry, I just said Roots Media. That was my old company when I
Yep.
used to no, that company's not around anymore, but Shelly Roots of Love is
Okay.
my handle on IG, and then oea.agency on IG, and then the most important I think right now is KX Family Care is at KX Family Care. And by the way, K is for Kaya.
Okay.
Instead of RX, like a prescription, it's KX.
Okay. I saw
And
that
we do
in the
not have
little.
any THC in our CBD. We extracted it out so it can be a family brand so we could take the stigma out of the plant.
Yes. That's dope. Well, I am looking very forward to receiving the package, and I will allow after the festival and for things to, oh wow.
I need to send you some Marley fragrances too. This is one of our sponsors for Kaya Fest. This is my favorite. I have to do a plug. It's called Soul Rebel. It's amazing.
Nice.
It's mango, it's white flowers, it's jasmine. It's called Soul Rebel. It's amazing. MarleyFragrance.com. Check it out.
You guys are killing it with the packaging and just the look of it.
So beautiful, isn't it? It's wood. Like that's something our brands have in common. The Marley this is
Okay.
natural, but this stuff smells so good. It's not as natural as our products, but it does smell amazing and it won't hurt you.
Nice, nice. Well, with that being said, and where can people go to get the KX?
Oh, kxfamilycare.com.
Okay.
Yep,
Okay.
kxfamilycare.com.
Dope. Well, no, man, I really appreciate you giving me the space and place to reminisce a bit, talk about what you do. And it's once again, I'm so glad we had this conversation because
Yeah.
I have forgotten all the other stuff you do. Shelly's the homegirl, and I'm gonna answer the call, but I forgot all the other cool stuff. So with that being said, this has been another dope episode of Splendid Radio on Farside TV, and I really appreciate you. Thanks.
Thank you. Peace.
Peace.
The real peace. This is separation.